Monday morning. That happens fast. We're going to go ahead and we're going to move the case. We've got a barn on another farm that we store the grain cart in, and ground's froze right now, so we're going to put it in. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hey, that worked out. Use the skid steer a lot of times to move some of the equipment, and got in there the other day, and it's pilot. When you move these, they're not responding, so we're going to look into that. He had an idea, maybe a switch. Anyway, I got in there, and you move the handles and nothing moves. Motor starts up, just something electrical, and of course it's working. Typical. Things. Up here we also have a 18,000 bushel bin. We've got our seed tenders up here. We can put our grain cart in here, and we're hoping the 3 heads. I haven't measured any of that. I know I've had the DB60 in this barn. It's a 40 by 64. Now, along with the blocks, we just use this slide in. It gets windy here. Man, it's a tight fit. Whoever built this put the bin right where you come out the door, makes it kind of hard to back in. Just saying. We will come back for seed tenders, and then we'll take the tractor home, bring the heads up. We'll have our swap complete. Climb the ladder. About that. We put one on, it just didn't take the old one down. I don't really want to do that in the wind. Put it on the list. Take that down, do not use. That step fell right off. Oh well. Working on our Macdon. You can see right here where this is rubbing. When I look, this is off that way, so I either have a bushing out or I've bent something. So we're trying to determine what that is. Let's see here. So this is going to move in between this, and right now it's hitting right there. So we've got something misaligned. We'll figure it out. Getting ready to take this Macdon apart. This controls our wing. We've been double checking this. So we have blocked it up. Now we're going to try to loosen a few things. Realistically, there's a bushing in here that's out, or this arm's bent. Either way, this arm comes off. Problem is, the whole wing's hooked to it. So I want to make sure when I loosen something, I'm loosening something that's not under a lot of pressure. I think we've got it figured out, but we're going to find out. Still tight. Well, I didn't get our victory, and maybe that's not the way to do this, but I wanted pressure off this. Now, yeah, look there. Definitely out. Look at it down there. Whoops. It should be in the center of that, but that bushing out, that's going to change the dimension. But there shouldn't be that much slop in that. You can see that holds the whole wing of the head. The head splits right there, and that whole wing is held by this linkage. So, when that bushing's got that much pressure on it, we grease it regularly, but that's definitely our issue. Oh, it's tight. That sounds terrible. I'm going to end up falling over or something. Oh man, let's get an impact on that side. Yeah. Hey. Much easy. That was easy enough. Now we'll have our bottom one. Maybe leave that in for a second. We'll get our bottom one loose. I'll just stick the nut on there. The ratchet's going to be what. That's why we had the ratchet. We weren't completely off. So we'll go right there. I just don't want to fall off this thing. It's loose. Might have been easier to do this when I had the adapter off. I almost did. Couldn't get the combine inside. Need a bigger shot. Put it on the list. Add to the list. Add to the list. Put 2 wrenches together. Get a little extra leverage on there. We need to reset the balance and the float. You do. Oh, I gotta look up the procedure exact, but you should set your wing balance and your wing float on this. 2 different ways of setting it, and it's nice to do it on the shop floor. Yeah, we definitely our bushing's out in here. He's getting a different size wrench for this, and then this arm's going to come out. Shouldn't be too bad. Oh, something. That's the nut. We're good. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's bound up right there. That doesn't turn. Let's get it over to the bench. So we've got it out here on the bench, and you can see that should be centered. This has went out, and it's 8 clear into the case. So this will be a complete replacement. This arm, it's a cast piece. We seen it out last fall. Oh, I didn't want to take it apart last fall. It survived. We'll get a new one. Yeah, you can see it's into the case. Yeah, it's been running like that for a while. It happens. Well, I ordered our part. They want, it's normal parts, but it's $500 for this piece. It wore into the case as I look. If it hadn't have worn the case, I could have saved and just bought the bearings, but it's already ruined that dimension. That's pretty important that that's tight. It's hard to describe, but the Macdon uses these springs to counterbalance the head. You want the head to be on the ground and touch, but just be light touching it, and they use these springs to help achieve that. It's unique to the Macdon. believe that design come off patent. John Deere's got a new one called an HD. It's a hinge draper instead of a flex. But this is essentially a hinge draper. Good morning. Waiting on some parts for our Macdon so I can get it out of the shop. This morning we're going to look at getting the 780 started. It's about 42 degrees, and I'd like to work on the gearing off corn head. Go ahead and get it rebuilt. We change all the oil in all the gearboxes and the side gearboxes, any of that stuff. Check the chains out. Set the deck plates and the gaps on the knives, things like that. So previous video we had a snap roll broke. We don't want to forget to fix that. That'd be bad. So we'll get into that today. More batteries equals more dead batteries. Wintertime's hard on batteries. Seems like I've got tenders. We use these to keep up batteries when they're setting. We've got them on several things right now. First thing we're going to do is climb up here and check for coons. They like to hide in the radiator area, and if you fire the motor off, well, I'll show you. Gotta open this up. Oh, the birds have been in here. So we're up here at the engine compartment at the back of the combine. You can see the birds have been in here. Oh, we want to get this inside. We're working that direction. A lot of times coons will get in here and they'll lay down in the radiator. When this starts, oh man, it makes a mess. So we get here, another place we can check. It's right up here in the front. Sometimes they climb down in here. Yeah, they've been in there. You can see the debris. This was clean. Yep. So I don't see any, so we're gonna go give it a try. Always check the oil before we start things up. Oh, the birds have been in here. Equipment, you really, if it sets very long at all, things just start happening. Yeah, we're in business. Our dealer brought us this machine last fall, and it saved the day. We were down. We ended up keeping this machine. Turns out it's been a good one to us so far. But they're going to take it back at some point. Take it through the shop since it's the first time we've had it and make sure everything's up to snuff. Just making sure. I don't want to risk it. Make sure those pins are out. So our power turns off here. Interesting enough, they made it where you can put a little padlock on there. It's different than our 17. This is a 2019. Have to turn our battery on. And we're going to see if this will start. Never know. You're going to see with me. Different cabin here. Service our S780. Fired right up. It's going to be a good day, guys. Now we don't have the extended monitor yet. We're going to get an extended monitor for it, and then we have our field view iPad set up here. Turning off fold box, things like that are in here. This is going to be our primary combine, and the other one will fill in if this is down. And then we're also going to run 2 in beans. We've got 2 45-foot drapers. So 2017 combine and 2019 combine. I'm pretty happy with that. Guys are working on the bean head. I'm getting started on the corn head. We're going to drain all the gearboxes. Not doing that today because of the wind. Going to get it in the shop, but these are all worn. They're just a wear tip, and yeah, pretty much gone on all rows. Big thing's inspecting everything as we go, and I'm going to look into this one that's broke here. Just get started. We've got a lot of life left in these, I see, so we're in good shape there. And what we'll want to do is check our knives when we run those up. We may want to tighten the gap some. Just got 1 bolt on the top, 2 on the bottom. Not bad to do, but they're in plastic. And the bolt head usually has a lot of wear, so some of them will try to strip off. As they try to strip off, there. So it's just threaded here, and then 2 spots down here on the bottom. Bolt goes there, and then our 2 on the bottom there. Like new. Just got to get these all attached. There'll be a combination of bolts that I've got to have, and when we washed, we might have misplaced a few. So I'll figure all that kind of stuff out. Noah and Brennan have been working on the Macdon. We pulled it back out, and Noah noticed right here, pan's worn through. We had one. It was just up in the front of the shop. So now they've undone the springs on this auger for the tension, raising it with the forklift. We're going to slide this stainless steel pan out and replace it. Pan is out. I missed him carrying the old one out the door. Here's the new one. Still got the plastic on it. Yeah, there we go. You can see it's just worn all the way through. That's another wear item. We literally had the head out, had the pan sitting there, and didn't think of it. We started to put it back on. I'm glad we caught it before we put the bolts in it. I've already pulled the deck plates off. They've been off for a while. And I've pulled this bolt here, so this will slide out. There's 3 in this, and I'll be able to pull this out. Almost. I have to beat on it. Need a bigger hammer. There we go. It's got splines up in the gearbox up in here. It should slide out, and it's not wanting to. I'm going to take this off. There. Just had to get under it. Don't want to drop. Oh, that on my foot. Oh, almost got away from me. Heavy and sharp. So these flat pieces bolt on your knives. I'll show you. It's a square shaft that's broke off. It broke off there in the front. It's spline where it goes into the gearbox right here. All that looks good. So here's a bare shaft. We broke right here on the other one, you can see. And I've just got to stack our knives back on top of here. You can see these are threaded, so we'll just set this piece there. And then the next set there. It just kind of works around the square. So it's a square shaft that we're actually dealing with these bolt to. This knife will sit there, and then the working edge will sit on top of it. I'm going to clean those off, but we'll start assembling this so we can put our corn head back together. We got one more set to go. And then these knives will slide. That's how you set your gap. You leave these loose and your knife will slide. They slot the holes on them. I've got my new piece. I'm going to put a little bit of grease on the splines. Clean up just slightly and then slide it back in. We'll slide it back in. Actually, that will go there. And then we'll rotate, and these the knife gap here, we can move these till we get the gap set.